Hello, I'm Kirsten Peck, author of the book Betrayed by Trump, A Guide to Self-Discovery and the Rewards of a Positive Mindset. I wrote the book for anyone feeling overwhelmed or fearful about the future, someone wondering how to change their mind after experiencing emotional or financial problems now that President Trump is in office. I hope my creative ideas can encourage you to talk about this topic because we need to have a respectful political discussion. Has President Trump betrayed everyone in the country and our American dream? So I hope the pop art is a fresh expression to get the conversation started.
Talking about politics and the American dream is important because they work together to create American society.
Politics creates laws that impact everything from laws and civil rights to education and affordable health care.
Although it has inspired many, the promise of the American dream is debated due to ongoing wealth and opportunity gaps.
We must discuss politics with respect and dignity for everyone. We the people share common values and hope for positive change.
This is the time to have difficult conversations about betrayal and decide how to improve the American dream.
We're going to explore 5 specific ways that political betrayals by Donald Trump may be quietly impacting your mental and financial well-being.
First, let's talk about the mental exhaustion that comes from living in a world where basic facts are constantly up for debate. This is one of the biggest impacts on our collective mindset, the erosion of our shared reality. You've probably heard the term gaslighting, which is some form of manipulation meant to make people question your own reality. There's a reason why this term went mainstream. When objective truths are dismissed as, quote, fake news or, quote, alternative facts are offered instead, it forces your brain into overdrive just to figure out what's real. That is incredibly draining. This isn't about a political disagreement, it's about the very foundation of how we make sense in the world. The Trump presidency was known for a propaganda technique sometimes called the fire hose of falsehood. The constant, overwhelming flood of conflicting statements makes it nearly impossible to keep up or fact-check everything. It can feel like we're living in 2 different fact worlds, which leaves us feeling powerless when we can't even agree on what's true. That constant uncertainty is a huge, invisible source of chronic stress that can leave you feeling mentally tired before your day even starts. The second betrayal is the damage to our trust in the very institutions that are supposed to be stable. Polls from 2024 found that only about 1 in 5 Americans trust the government in Washington to do what is right most of the time. This isn't just an abstract number, it's about feeling secure in your country's future. Actions that seem to prioritize personal relationships with authoritarian leaders over long-standing democratic alliances can create a deep sense of unease. A key example is found in the Mueller report and later confirmed by the U.S. Treasury. During the 2016 election, Donald Trump's campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, shared sensitive data with a man named Konstantin Kilimnik, identified as a Russian intelligence agent. Manafort and Kilimnik also discussed a, quote, peace plan for Ukraine that was designed as a backdoor for Russia to control the country's eastern region. The recent meeting with President Putin in Alaska today adds another layer to this broken promises made to Ukraine and our European alliances. When people learn that the president is meeting with a foreign adversary, it can feel like a profound betrayal of national interest. President Trump's actions can shake your faith in the system and foster a mindset of cynicism. Does this make you wonder whose interests are truly being served? The third betrayal is one that hits your wallet directly. The gap between the political rhetoric we hear about the economy and the financial anxiety many people feel every day. You've probably heard a lot about the beautiful budget bill. It was sold as a major boost for everyone. However, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office projects that making the 2017 tax cuts permanent would add trillions to the national debt over the next decade. More importantly, the CBO found that while the cuts might offer a short-term boost, the rising debt would eventually drag down the economy. This creates a troubling forecast where the national debt threatens the future of social safety nets like Social Security and Medicare. This can feel like a form of economic gaslighting. You're told that the economy is booming, but you have a growing sense of worry. An April 2025 Gallup poll found that a record high number of Americans believe their personal financial situation is getting worse. This clash between the official stories and your own lived experience can make you question your financial judgment and feed a constant underlying worry about the future. The fourth betrayal is the damage done to our relationships and our communities. The political climate has become so toxic that it's actively harming our mental and even physical health. As partisan hatred increases, so do reports of stress and anxiety. This isn't just a political problem, it's a public health problem. President Trump's rhetoric, often using combative language, has been correlated with an increase in hate crimes, according to some studies. This intense polarization directly impacts your life. It's the Thanksgiving dinner argument that you dread, the uncomfortable tension at work, and a growing sense of social isolation. Psychologists have seen a rise in patients with anxiety with symptoms like sleep loss and a sense of helplessness. People who feel targeted by political rhetoric report feeling less like they belong and rising discrimination on social media. This constant social friction just wears you down, making you feel less safe and secure in your own community. Finally, the fifth way that your mindset is impacted through something called vicarious trauma. That's the emotional toll that you pay from being constantly exposed to the trauma other people are experiencing. For the past several years, we've been flooded with images and stories of crisis, from the policy of separating migrant families at the border to aggressive responses to civil rights protests. It's like our collective nervous system has been stuck in overdrive. Psychologists explain that living in a state of fear or uncertainty has enormous impacts on our emotional health, affecting our ability to focus, feel joy, and regulate our emotions. You don't have to be the direct target of a policy to feel its effects. Constantly witnessing what you perceive as injustice, cruelty, or chaos from a position of powerlessness can be deeply traumatizing. Witnessing leads to burnout, compassion fatigue, and a feeling of being emotionally swamped. You might find yourself feeling exhausted, numb, or hopeless, not because of anything in your own life, but because of the weight of all of the crises you see and hear about. And so in conclusion, when you look at it all together, a clear picture emerges. The constant fight over what's real drains your mental energy. The undermining of democratic norms eats away at your sense of trust. The disconnect between economic promises and your financial reality creates chronic stress. The normalization of division tears at your community, and the relentless exposure to crisis leaves you with the heavy burden of vicarious trauma. When you recognize how these political betrayals have affected your well-being, it's natural to question where your loyalty lies and to ask whether your political alignment is truly serving your best interest and the country's. It's easy to feel powerless, but understanding where the stress comes from is the first step to taking back your mental space. Be intentional with your media diet. It's okay to unplug to protect your peace. Focus on what you can influence, like getting involved in your community. And most importantly, have conversations with friends and family that are built on empathy, not animosity. Healing the deep divides in our country and in our own minds is a long road, but it starts by acknowledging the very real psychological toll these political tolls have taken. I hope you can follow the link to get the book for more details, and let's start the healthy conversation to heal the country after this political betrayal of Donald Trump. Consider another point of view and see the betrayal for what it is: broken promises and deception. Changing your mind feels wrong, but sometimes it's necessary to see the truth. It can be challenging to let go of long-held beliefs or decisions, especially when they feel like a core part of our identity. However, growth often requires us to reassess and adapt our perspectives. Unlock your potential. Shift your mindset to overcome obstacles and seize opportunities. Embracing change allows growth and innovation in your personal and professional life. Challenge your assumptions to discover new solutions and unique approaches. Critical thinking helps you navigate complexities and make informed decisions effectively. Embrace a growth mindset for success. Adapting a growth mindset allows you to see challenges as opportunities for personal growth. By believing that your abilities can be adapted and developed through dedication and hard work, you unlock the potential to achieve your goals. This perspective shift is essential for overcoming obstacles and thriving in both personal and professional environments. Enhance your problem-solving skills. When you change your perspective, you learn to view challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. This shift not only fosters creativity, but promotes resilience in the face of adversity. By embracing critical thinking, you can navigate complex situations more efficiently and confidently. Remember, the ability to think critically allows you to break down problems into manageable parts and find innovation solutions to move forward effectively. Embracing new ideas for growth. Changing your perspective can lead to a whole new life. Changing your perspective can lead to unlimited creativity and inspire innovative solutions in any field, unlocking potential previously untapped. Open-mindedness. Innovative thinking emerges from diverse viewpoints. By considering different perspectives, we can generate fresh ideas and tackle challenges more effectively. Collaboration. Working together with varied backgrounds fosters a rich environment for creativity, enabling teams to brainstorm innovative solutions that stand out. Also, adaptability. Embracing change prepares individuals to navigate challenges confidently, allowing them to innovate in a fast-paced environment. More reasons to change your perspective is for problem solving. Critical thinking enhances problem-solving skills by enabling individuals to analyze complex issues and identify effective solutions. By viewing problems from different angles, you become more adaptable and equipped to tackle obstacles successfully. With creativity, a shift in perspective can unlock hidden creativity. When you approach situations with an open mind, you're more likely to generate innovative ideas and solutions, leading to breakthroughs in both personal and professional realms. Confidence. By cultivating a growth mindset, enhancing your problem solving, and nurturing creativity, you empower yourself to achieve your goals and navigate life's challenges with confidence. You can accomplish anything. Embracing a shift in perspective is vital to unlocking your full potential. By applying critical thinking to challenges, you can turn obstacles into opportunities. Remember, every great achievement starts with the decision to change your mindset. When you believe in your abilities and approach problems with clarity, the possibilities are endless. Now go forth and conquer your goals. Buy the book, Betrayed by Trump, A Guide to Self-Discovery and the Rewards of Your Positive Mindset, available on Amazon for only $10.